Hey,
Hey, I'm back.
yes, you are.
We tried doing Live at 5. Well, first off, this is Live at 5. I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
We're here at Island Music Company. I tried doing Live at 5 from NAMM.
Yeah.
We had it up and running,
Okay.
and we had the little handheld thing, and
Yeah.
it was up and running, and then 5 seconds into it, it crashed. And I was like, you know what? We don't have a lot of time. Let's just record the videos. So as of right now, all the videos we did, I think are up on social media. I think I've posted all the videos from our Taylor visit. It's like 5 different videos because we just went through and recorded one big video. But social media only lets you YouTube. YouTube only lets you post reels. They call them shorts
Yeah.
for less than a minute. So to make things compliant across the board, all of our videos are now under a minute long
Yeah.
because that's just the easiest way. I love everybody that checks us out and supports us online, but I really don't want to make 40 different types of videos to post on all the different streaming platforms.
Well,
And now that TikTok's up and live again, we'll probably start posting there again. We haven't posted there in months because we thought it was going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
But now we'll go back to it.
yeah. I mean, with YouTube, you could just do one video, and you can make chapters, but it wouldn't work for real.
No, we just do all of our shorts, all of our reels under a minute long,
Yeah.
and then that way you can just mass upload them everywhere you want. And so far, it's worked out pretty well for us. Until you start recording one video like that, next thing you know, you're chopping it up, and you're sitting in your hotel at 5 in the morning because your brain thinks it's 8 in the morning because I'm in California, and I'm sitting there on my iPad chopping up a 5-6 minute video into a bunch of segments so we have stuff for social media while I was out there.
Yeah. Yeah. At the end of them should be to be continued.
Nah, it'd put me over the time limit.
Well, then you make 6.
I cut one each into like 50. They're right up. They're pushing it because I tried to do it by grouping. So like here's the legacy guitars. Here's the new 200 guitars that are coming out. Here's the new E models. I think one of the videos has the Jacob Collier signature things.
Okay.
Taylor opened those up to order across the board, not just on their website anymore. So we can take special orders for them, but we're not going to stock them. So it is what it is. You might notice. Well, actually, I don't know. But the camera. I'm down 2 guitars than what we normally have. Normally,
Yeah. I'm above one of the hooks.
Also, a lot of the guitars, like the tones, the color tones
Yeah.
of the guitars, kind of match the wall pretty well today. It's unintentional.
Or is it? Yeah, it is.
Trust me, we know me. I didn't plan that. All right, this is been too busy today to think. Oh, it'd be cool if all the guitars matched the wall. No, I didn't have time for that. So, fun guitars. All of these have come in within the last week, so I'm excited for that because it's not very often we get to do a wall full of new arrivals.
Yeah.
So that's a fun one. I'm still adjusting to being back on East Coast time, so I'm like staying up way too late, waking up way too late. It's been a heck of a week. So I'm hoping by next week I'll be back on normal time and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
We had a great time out there, met a lot of people, checked out a lot of fantastic guitars. I'm hoping we'll have in stock here over the next year because, it takes time to get those orders.
Yeah.
NAMM really stands for not available till mid-May. In some cases, depending on what company you're talking about, maybe May. And so,
That sounds about right.
yeah. So I got a handful of really cool guitars here. Let's go over them.
Okay.
Let's going to work down the line. We're going to start with Martin, end with Martin. And this Martin here is the new D17. It's a fantastic guitar made in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Open Gear Grove tuners. It's an all mahogany finish. But what they started doing different with these a little bit here compared to the 16 is the edges are rolled a little bit, so it's nicer. It's this little nice slim profile in the neck. They made it a player's guitar. So if you have the D16 or the D15, well, now it's time to upgrade and grab the new D17. This guitar here is a fantastic piece for anyone who's looking to take playing seriously, whether you're gigging, recording, just doing a lot of writing. The D17 is a very versatile sounding guitar. I've printed out all the specs from Martin because since it's a new guitar, I didn't want to miss anything, right?
Yeah.
And so They do in the forward shifted X bracing. Yep, the modified low oval neck shape I was just talking about with the high performance taper. No electronics, but as always, I highly recommend adding some LR Baggs electronics to your guitar. Let's see here. Yep, mahogany body, mahogany top.
Yeah, I have.
And then everything else is just standard Martin appointments. The head square headstock, the case it comes in.
Diamond and square short.
Yeah, which is nice because it's a nice little upgrade on the inlays there.
Yeah.
So, nice upgrade on the inlays, great neck feature. It's a fantastic guitar.
Have it up today.
It's listed right now. Was it $22.99.99 or $23.99.99?
$22.99.99.
Boom! I knew that. I'm gonna try and guess the price on all these guitars today,
Okay.
minus the Yamaha because it has a price tag on it.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I should have majority. So.
This one came in while I was out of town, and I think this is the first one we've had come in because they've been back ordered so long. So I'm actually not gonna. I probably won't know the price of this one. I'm gonna go $24.99.99.
Okay, I'm trying to find it.
NF53. These are fantastic guitars. We've had the Miles Kennedy signature version here in the shop for a little while, but we just got this in not too long ago. This is the white dog hair finish. Fantastic guitar. PRS did an amazing job with these. I didn't really get to hold one until this came in, and it's nice and lightweight. The pickups sound great. So if you're looking for something, maybe you are committed and loyal to the PRS brand, and you want to try something a little different, venture out to a different playing style, technique, and just a little sound tonality-wise, come on in and check out the PRS NF53.
Okay, and yes.
It's a bolt-on. It's USA made. $27.99.99.
Close. $28.99.99.
Ah,
Close though.
100 off. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's right there. We're going to come back to this one because it's really cool, and I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about it, so I don't want to eat up the whole...
Oh, but
beginning.
what's the price?
The what?
I said, what's the price?
Oh, I already know the price. The tag's on it. They're $16.99.99, but we'll come back to it.
Okay.
This guitar here is fantastic. We sold one of these yesterday. I've got one more in stock, plus this one. Different finishes. This is the PRS Swamp Ash Special. We've been joking. You have to really emphasize the word ash. Okay.
Yep.
I'll say that. But it's a fantastic guitar. This has the 5815 humbucker pickups with, I always forget the name of their single coil. The narrow field in the middle position there. You have your phase switch. You have your coil tapping option. This is the vintage natural finish with the maple fretboard. We had the one yesterday. We had the McCarty Tobacco Burst with the rosewood fretboard. Sold right away. Customer came in. I was actually just hanging it up on the wall. Hadn't even been out for 30 seconds, and he's like, I need to try that. And plugged it right in. Took it right home. Plug it in through a Roland JC40. It sounded so good. It was the cleanest sounding guitar tone I've heard in a long time. Yeah. And that's that tone that you get from Swamp Ash.
Yeah.
It's such a nice tone wood for guitars. But the guitar sounded amazing. He played it so wonderfully well. I'm very glad he bought it. It's a guitar that he played so well, he deserved to have it. So I'm really glad that he went ahead and bought it.
We do technically still have the color. It's just with a maple fretboard.
Yeah, so the McCarty Sunburst is still available. Just with maple. And I'll be honest with you, this is probably my favorite out of the bunch. I like it a lot. It really makes it hard for me to go home and play my SE Swamp Ash. It's still a great guitar. It sounds amazing, but this looks so good.
I do have to say I did see all the pickup configurations, and that's wild.
It's tonally an amazing guitar.
Yeah.
And it really, really, really puts me in a bind. Because, I got a few guitars at home I could slim down a little more. Just thin the herd just a little bit further.
Well, how much are we talking?
How much?
Yeah.
Guitars-wise or price-wise?
Uh,
This is $28.99.99.
Correct.
Yeah, see, I know that. I've been paying attention to these.
One would hope.
Right away, no guessing. That's $28.99. I've been paying attention to these. All right, that's yeah, just
You can get that enough at the same price.
that's right. Oh, you know, bolt on neck. Come on, Jack. Should have known better. Both with the wing button on their tuning machines. See, I remembered that. For those of you who are new to the show, I struggled with that for a long time. This is
I still had the tab saved.
this is a fun guitar. The last time we had one of these in, it came in on like a Monday, sold on a Tuesday. It never even made it to the live stream. I never even got to do a video for it in the store. This is our custom shop size 5 guitar from Martin Guitars. In case you can't tell, it's pretty small. So it's got a much shorter scale length than normal. But it's all mahogany. It's made from the custom shop. It's a fantastic guitar. The neck has a brilliant width to it. I love anything that has a slotted headstock. I think they make for excellent guitars. I love the tension that goes into place when you're coming to tuning and setting up a guitar, because the headstock gets that tilt back, but then it goes in just a little further into the recesses of the slotted headstock. I pulled the build sheet out of the case because all Martin custom shop guitars come with this lovely little custom shop booklet, and we'll go through and check everything out in here. It gives you a little insight to what goes on in the custom shop. You have a chart in here that allows you to keep track of your service record of the guitar. Gives you little tips and little know-hows for, cleaning the guitar, which strings you should use. So if you're, and then remember we were talking years ago how the Martin had the diagram of how to restring a guitar?
Yeah.
You got to buy a custom shop to get that diagram again, but they're right in there. Martin has this really cool way of like looping the string through everything, and
yeah, I think that book that I had was 2015 or
it
2016.
was the 2015 and 2016. They would hand them out at all the Martin. What was the name of that event?
Martin Experience.
I think they've always done the experience. So yeah, it's probably the Martin. Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, because
then
Taylor's
It was
Find Your Fit.
basically the non-custom shop version of this little booklet, right? It didn't have a spec sheet in it, but it had a service record. It was all the details. Brendan, if you're watching this, he's our Martin sales rep. It's okay. Brendan, if they make those books still, I would like a little stack of them for here in the store. So anyways, let's see. Mahogany body. Scale length is 21.38 inches. Mahogany top. Is the old style logo on the head plate. That's going to be hard for me to show you just because of the coloring between the mahogany on the headstock and the logo itself. But it's got the old style, real tiny script there on top.
I can't even tell from here.
Yeah, you're like 15 feet away from it. But it's a fantastic guitar. I'm really glad we got one of these back in because I never really got to really play the old one, the previous one, and I was really excited because I love Martins. I love short scale guitars. I love slotted headstocks. And I love that it is a very, very generous price of $39.99.99. So $4,000.
That's a good question. I don't have that.
I'll check the box. It's right here. $39.99.99. I'm on a roll. I was really close with that other one. It really bothered me. I was only off by $100.
Especially once you realize.
I know. It's like, oh, wait, bolt on. Duh. All right. So we're not going to do this guitar yet.
Okay.
We're going to come back to it. I'm building the suspense. It's a Yamaha. It's fantastic. I actually upset somebody at the NAMM show by one of my opinions about guitars. We're in the basement, which is the lower level of the convention center, where there's a lot of smaller companies take off, and it's where a lot of companies are just hoping some store, some distributor will find their product and be like, I've been waiting for you. But not always the case. So there's a guitar builder down there I was talking to. I'm not mentioning any names whatsoever at all.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of great guitars down there that were surprisingly well. Mm-hmm. And a lot of companies down there that I knew would be good, so I made sure I checked them out. But there was a company down there they had their guitars with them, and they had mentioned they were out at the store, a local music store, trying to buy some humidifier. It was really dry down there, so guitars weren't feeling great by Saturday. You got to humidify your guitars, folks. And so they went to the store to buy some humidifiers for their guitars. And they said that someone was trying to buy a guitar of a very specific brand. They wanted a Yamaha. And this person thought, no, I'm going to interject and tell them to buy a different guitar from a different company. And I spoke up and said, why? Yamaha makes amazing guitars. No matter what price point you pick up, a Yamaha sounds great. A Yamaha guitar is giving you way more value for your buck than a lot of other brands will give you. And our conversation went from, oh, welcome to our booth. Here are our guitars too. Well, it was nice meeting you. Have a nice day. And I was like, not kicked out, but it was very clear that they didn't want to talk to me anymore. And all I did was say that Yamaha makes really nice guitars for their budget, for their price range, for their value, for their dollar worth. And apparently that's a taboo opinion to have in the guitar world, but I'm here to demolish that being a bad view because guitars like this are fantastic. And
Which is crazy because, I mean, they're held to high standards, especially their grand piano.
yeah. Well,
Everyone wants a Yamaha.
Well, specifically, we're like just guitars.
Yeah, but
yeah.
but it's
Everything. They don't make anything bad.
Falls back in.
You want a jet ski? Done. Want a piano? Done. I'm sure they make a ton of other stuff, but like
Dirt bike,
dirt bikes, yeah.
probably cart,
A what?
like a golf cart kind of
Oh,
thing.
golf cart, probably. There's something out there. I'm still to this day, I'm still convinced that if I were to go to Japan, I'd find like a Yamaha store, but it's like their Walmart. They just have like, Yamaha branded Oreos and
I was going to say
clothing
chips
lines
and
yeah. Instead of great value, it just says Yamaha on everything. And it'd probably all be amazing. Like thanks. I'm just saying, maybe if Yamaha, if you're listening, maybe now's the time. Now's the time. Right?
yeah, now's the time to invite us. We'll
Let's
do
it.
a thing over with.
Let's hang out. Bring me to Japan. Bring Jake and I to Japan.
Yeah.
We'll hang out. We'll do a live from 5 from Japan at like 6 in the morning. I don't know. It's 13 hours or something like that. I didn't do the math, obviously. All right, let's get back on track here because we have other things to talk about, and then we'll get to this Yamaha guitar. So, one of the very cool things we saw at NAMM was Marshall. Mm-hmm. And everyone right now is kind of, I don't know what to do with Marshall because they sold to a foreign-owned company, and people don't really know what that means. Well, I'll tell you what it means. It means Marshall is now selling direct. No more third-party distribution. No more trying to figure out who's going to get it where. Marshall is handling all of that themselves. And by doing so, prices have come down. And we've seen it here because within the last month, all the Marshall prices came down and all of our Marshall went out the door. Mm-hmm. We have like 2 amps in stock right now.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. 2, 3, 4. Way less than we did.
Yeah.
In a 2-day span, I sold 5 Marshall DSL amps. Like me personally, not the store, like me personally. Huh. Because the prices have gone down because now they're ruling out all these reasons that they had to raise their costs. Because when you're paying shipping and distribution from 3 different locations, you got to offset that cost. Well, now it's not a problem. Here's where the problem will still exist. Say if Marshall only has 500 pieces of product coming from being made in the UK or China, they might have 2,500 people trying to buy it. Mm-hmm. So for the next year or so, things aren't going to be a limited edition, but it's going to feel like it.
Yeah.
But one of those things that we saw that I'm very excited for are the Marshall distortion pedals. Now, these aren't the governors. These aren't the bass breakers. These aren't the street drive. There's like a handful of them, but these aren't those pedals. These are the drive channels taken specifically from Marshall amps, which people already know right away. Marshall amps have amazing drive channels on them. That's why we buy Marshall amps, because we want that sound from the JCM. We want the sound from the DSL. We want the JVM, the 800, the 900 JCMs. Mm-hmm. We want those. Those are fantastic sounding amps. They have fantastic sounding drive channels. Well, now Marshall has taken those drive channels and put them into pedal form. And here's the best part about these, Jake. You ready?
Ready.
$150. That's all it takes. You have a Fender twin reverb. You got a deluxe. You got a Vox AC30. You have a Roland JC40. You have all these clean, very clean amps. Well, now you can make it sound like a JVM or the bread and butter, the golden pony of Marshall amplifiers. You can make it sound like a 1959. The Drive Channel.
Yeah.
For only $150.
Got the DSL as well.
Yeah.
And two JCMs.
Yeah, we have the 800 and the 900.
Yep.
We've got them. We've got all 5 of them. I'm telling you right now, this here, the 59, I'm pretty sure you can't find this one online anywhere. The only reason I still have it in stock in my hand right now is because they came in while Keith and I are at NAMM, and they just kind of snuck under the radar, and they just didn't get listed online. That's pretty much the main reason. So get online and grab. They're listed now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So if you're watching this and you really wanted to grab one of these pedals, hop online and grab it. Call me here at the shop. Throw me a comment there. I got my watch on. Text me. Send me a message. I'm happy to help you get one of these pedals. They're fantastic. But yeah, we've got the JVM, the DSL, the 59, the JCM 800, and the JCM 900. What's fantastic about these is I'm going to go ahead and open up the 59 right here because this is the one I feel like everyone's going to want to see. Is these pedals, they look like the faceplate of Marshall amps, which is a genius design marketing strategy. Let me hold this up closer to the camera here. So this here replicates the faceplate of, there we go. I got to work it around the lights. It's hard to see. I'll post pictures of it. But it replicates the faceplate of the amplifiers, which is a great way to grow, great tactic, so that way you really know what you're getting into and messing with. They sound great. I saw them while we were at NAMM, and I knew that they were coming in any day here. I just didn't know they would show up while we were gone. So while you're thinking about it, watching this, I can't preach this enough. These won't last long. Some might last more than others, but it's going to be a while before we can get them again.
Yeah.
Just because of that whole catching up on orders and inventory thing. So, Marshall distortion pedals based off of the amp circuits. You've got to check them out. I'm so tempted to just grab one myself and just... I use that Tone Master, right? But a fun feature about the Fender Tone Master Pro is that it has effects loops built into it.
Yeah.
And you can take a series of pedals that you really like and run them through that effects loop, and then you can decide where that effects loop falls into your chain on your board.
Yeah.
And then you just activate that effects loop on and off, and it turns the loop on to all these pedals. So you can run analog drive pedals and other types of pedals that you really like that, we'll be totally honest, some of those sounds just have not been captured into the world of the Fender stuff yet. And so it's an easy way to just take a pedal you really like, run it through that effects loop, and have that into your setup as well. But now that we're done talking about Marshall and high gain pedals, let's get into this Yamaha acoustic. This is from the Trans Acoustic series from Yamaha, which, if we're all familiar with, has all of the effects built into the guitar.
Which is fascinating.
They sound great too, especially because they come out of through the output jack into your amp, into your PA system, into your interface. So, say if you don't have a reverb that you really like, but you don't have a guitar that has reverb built into it, you can send that reverb from your guitar into your system.
Yeah, one of the things I thought about with this is normally guitars sound better when you mic them, but you'll also be able to mic the effect as well.
Yeah. They sound great. And then here's the other thing that's worth mentioning. Even if you don't use the onboard components with this guitar, it's still a great sounding guitar.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fantastic guitar. And I personally don't have a use for the onboard looper or the effects, but I'd buy the guitar just for the guitar. Like, it's a fantastic guitar. So, you might be wondering, did you just say onboard looper?
Yeah.
Yes, I did, because I realized I didn't even talk about it. I just threw it out there. So, this little marker right here on the body, let me see if I can get closer. You can see it, because I realized from back there, you're probably like, what is he pointing at? See that little circle there?
There we go.
That little circle right there. That is a tap sensor for the onboard looper. The looper is fantastic. We've been messing around with it here in the store. It's got a rechargeable battery, so you just plug that cable in, charge your guitar up. It has a sensor on there that tells you what the battery life is. The controls on the side are really simple to use. We posted a little video about it on our social medias not too long ago, so you can check that out there. Like I said, they're under a minute long though. You can start and stop the loop. You can overdub the loop. If I remember correctly, there are unlimited overdubs. Here's the amazing part about this, right? It's a guitar, but you can download an app to sync to the guitar. You can save up to 10 loops on this guitar. You can dial in your effects on here way more than you can just from turning the effect level knob on this guitar. It's also, because it's Bluetooth, you can stream music to the guitar and play along with the music as a rehearsal method.
I don't know how long the loop can be, but you basically have the ability to record yourself playing.
Yeah. 100%.
Kind of like an audio interface.
100%. So if you can loop, if you get really good with looping on this guitar, just plug it into your interface and you just sent like a whole multi-track thing to your stuff. It's pretty neat. The streaming feature is a great practice tool because say there's a track you've just been trying to get down or you want to jam to, it's a great way to learn how to play solos and figure out chord patterns and different transitions and stuff, because now you can just play a jam track or like just something here that doesn't have a lead part or anything to it. It'll play through the speaker that's in the guitar that gives you that reverb, the chorus sound. You can just play along on top of it and then you can loop it all. How cool is that? And here's the thing is it sounds like a gimmick. It sounds like it'd be cheap. It sounds like it would sound awful. It really doesn't.
No.
The other day, I almost plugged this in so it could charge in the acoustic room and just started streaming music from it just so people could walk into the acoustic room and just be like, what in the world is going on right now? And then like you just
Oh boy.
you just walk in and Willie Nelson's playing in the corner and you're just like, Willie? You just have no idea what's going on, right?
Thriller.
Thriller, that'd be interesting. I've only played acoustic music through it. It just felt right. I haven't played anything that's non-acoustic from it. That feels wrong.
That's an experiment.
It's an acoustic guitar.
Easy experiment.
All right, so when we finish the show, we're going to play some Michael Jackson, Slayer, some Kendrick Lamar, and this acoustic's not going to know what's happening, but it's going to be a great time. So I wanted to share this for last because it's aside from the looping station and everything built in, it's a fantastic guitar. If you're in the area, I highly recommend you come in and check this guitar out. If one of us can get to a point to where the looper, we can get our timing right on a loop, because I don't think really any of us mess with loops very often. But if one of us can get to a point where we get the timing just right, maybe it'll be fun to record a video. We can like plug it in and actually record the audio and everything. So we'll see. These guitars don't last long. Like I said, it's a new guitar, but this is like the 4th or 5th one we've had come through the store. And we just got them listed online, so they probably won't last much longer. Because the last times we had these guitars, as soon as they're listed online, it felt like it sold overnight or it sold during the day. We've not been able to keep our hands on one. Actually, a real funny story. We're at NAMM and we're sitting in our booth with Yamaha, and the Yamaha like national rep comes over and we're sitting down hanging out, and he's playing the guitar and he goes, "This is fantastic." He's like, "Have you guys like figured anything out, like fun tips or anything?" I was like, "No, we haven't even had a chance to play the dang thing because they sell so fast. I've never even held one until he walked over to our table with it because we get it in, we take pictures of it, and it's gone." So I'm glad we have one in stock. It's been really fun to play around with. It's been fun to show everybody here how it works and all the amazing things you can do with it. So soft clap so I don't blow out my microphone, but kudos to you, Yamaha, for making an amazing product right there and for continuing to do so and for giving me the ability to upset high-end guitar builders who think Yamahas aren't worth anything, because they are. All right, so that's the show. I've been rambling for about 30 minutes now. I want to thank Stringjoy, who I finally got to meet people in person from Stringjoy while at NAMM, so it was really nice meeting all y'all. But I want to thank Stringjoy for sponsoring the show, for helping us out and getting the Stringjoy Service Center up and running. Remember, you bring any guitar into our repair shop, and unless you specifically say you want another set of strings, you're getting the high quality string that comes from our friends over at Stringjoy thrown on your guitar there for you. So thank you for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. This was live at 5. Tune in next week for whatever we're going to do. I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
See you around.
See you.